Now, today, something very interesting is going to be happening. The President Museveni, is scheduled to meet members of Parliament on the Committee on Legal and Parliamentary Affairs today, Tuesday, to deliberate on the final provisions of the Anti-Homosexuality Bill 2023. Now, you'll recall that this bill was tabled some weeks ago and it got passed pretty quickly. There was almost unanimous support for it, at least among the legislature and among the general population of Uganda. It also seems to be very popular, echoing people's anti-homosexuality sentiment. So I guess it's no surprise. But then when it got to the president was like, wait, I have to send this bill back for review because, before I assent to it, let's just make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. Now, what isn't clear to me, Olive, is whether the president wants it to be more harsh or does he want it to be less harsh?
Of course he wants it. Okay, that's my personal opinion. I have a feeling that because the president is the head of this house, right? And he knows who butters our bread. And if they continue insisting that if you pass this, you're going to face the music, he's wise enough to know that he needs to maybe panel beat it and make it less harsh. Or even to ask them to let it die a natural death and we never get to talk about it again.
Maybe if
those are all possibilities.
Perhaps if he wants it to be more harsh, it could be a calculated move designed to make it easier to defeat in the Constitutional Court, where it shall inadvertently end up. As soon as it's assented to, it's going to be in Constitutional Court. Mwenda, Odoi, and the activists.
And then it will be defeated.
But at least among the local audience, the president will be seen as a champion.
Yes.
Who was very determined to pass the thing and to defend the morals of Uganda. So politically, he would benefit from making the law more harsh before he assents to it, so that when it is defeated, well, the Westerners are the bad guys.
Yes.
I'm your hero.
And you keep in mind, please, that the next elections are near. So all the decisions you make today matter in the next few years also. 2026 is around the corner. But he said that last week when they met, the NRM caucus, when they met with the president, they agreed to at least what's the thing you do when someone has gone through something and you want to put them back in society? Oh my goodness. Rehabilitate people that were recruited into homosexuality forcefully, especially children. I like that.
If I understand this correctly, so those who might run afoul of the law, and it turns out the reason they are gay is because they were recruited, kind of like how you do with former child soldiers.
Yes.
Like a lot of them were granted amnesty on the basis of having been forced into being child soldiers, right?
Exactly.
So is it the same thing here?
Yeah, it's the same thing here. But for me, if you ask me, as far as this law is concerned, there are parts I want Parliament to keep, like aggravated homosexuality, or what we would call defilement, or even rape. If you're found guilty of having done that, I still suggest that you face the full extent of the law. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's aggravated and you're forcing someone without their consent, and especially if the person is a minor, then yeah, I guess the harsh.
Even if the person is not a minor, if you have raped someone and they can prove that you actually forced yourself onto them, then you need to face the music.
Arguably, even present laws can cater for that.
Well,
because there are some I know that there are some individuals who are in jail for similar offenses, but I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know what the bill will look in its finality before it is assented to.
We will know by the end of the day.
By the end of today, we will know. Okay.
We will know what the caucus would have decided. But isn't it funny that something that touches the entire country is decided by just one party? Is it because they're the majority in Parliament?
I mean, that's how it is. Laws are passed by whichever party controls the legislature.
I know. It's kind of sad.
That's democracy.
I know. Democracy conveniently used. I like that.
All right. Well, we'll continue to keep you updated as and when we learn more about what transpires in the meeting set to take place today.